Flip phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
This is Coach Snoop. It is a one-season Netflix documentary that covered Snoop Dogg coaching a Little League football team of his very own in his league, the Snoop Youth Football League. Now, the Snoop Youth Football League's intention is to keep at-risk kids off the streets and focused on achieving their goals. In this season, you get to see a lot go on the field for this team that had a lot of success winning their league, and of course, seeing a number of players' stories and seeing what their life is like off the field. And a lot of these kids on the show that were featured did have to go through a lot of adversity, and you get to see their stories brought out in this one season that they had. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of the main players that were featured on this one lone season of Coach Snoop and talking about where are they now. This was a highly suggested video back in the day on my channel, and I finally got to watching the entire series, and now I'm making a video on it. Before I move on, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's get into it. The first player that I'm going to be talking about was the defensive back / running back Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith would go on to play high school football at Bishop Alamany High School in California, where he became a 4-star recruit, ranked as the 323rd best player in the nation, the number 20th athlete, and the number 28 player in the state of California, all according to the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. As a recruit, he had a total of 14 offers from schools such as USC, Alabama, Arizona State, Auburn, Clemson, and Michigan, just to name a few, and he would end up choosing USC. In his first year at USC as a true freshman in 2021, Jalen Smith appeared in 10 games, primarily in a reserve role, but he did make up some good opportunity when he was in. He had 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble. Fast forward to the current 2022 season as a sophomore, his role has increased even more. He has 37 total tackles this season, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 pass deflection. Overall, he has improved in his game from 21 to 22, and I think you can count on him to be an even bigger factor for the Trojans down the line. Transitioning into the next player, it is Maximus Gibbs, who was an offensive lineman on the show. In high school, Gibbs would play ball at St. John Bosco, one of the top teams and proclaimed high school programs in the nation for high school football. In the class of 2021 as a high school recruit, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, he ranked as a 3-star, the number 893 national player, number 60 interior O-lineman, and the number 72 player in the state of California. He held a total of 18 offers coming out of high school from schools such as USC, Alabama, Arizona State, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, and Georgia, just to name a few, and he would end up choosing USC. Gibbs would start off as a true freshman in 2021 for USC as an offensive lineman before changing to primarily a D lineman in the final 8 games of the season for the Trojans. In his time at USC in 2021, he would rack up 2 total tackles, 2 of them being solo and 1 tackle for loss. People thought he would make an impact down the line for Lincoln Riley and his offense on the O-line eventually. However, Gibbs would enter the transfer portal right before the start of the 22 season, and he's currently committed to Jackson State. Another player that was heavily featured in this season of Coach Snoop was Sammy Green. Sammy Green in the 21 recruiting class went to Huntington Beach High School and was rated as a 3-star, number 1,156 player in the nation, the number 82 running back, and the number 93 player in the state of California. He would hold a total of 4 offers according to his 24/7 Sports profile from UNLV, Arizona State, FAU, and Kansas. He would end up going to UNLV. According to his UNLV football profile, he would end up redshirting as a true freshman in 2021, and just based off of reading off his profile, it seems like he would deal with some injury issues throughout the entirety of his freshman campaign, why he may have redshirted. In 2022, he would see some limited action, only appearing in 2 games as a kick returner, where he had 2 kick return attempts for 47 yards. To transition onto the final player that was featured heavily on Coach Snoop on and off the field is Aaron Yola. And based on my research, it appears that he played high school football at Centennial and Eisenhower, which are both in California. And it's worth noting that in his junior campaign at Eisenhower, he had 72 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. Admittedly, it is hard to find a lot of stuff on Aaron on the internet regarding his high school football career, his numbers that he put up throughout his entire career, freshman to senior year. And it appears that he's not playing college football right now, and it's really hard to find what he is currently doing. And if you do know what he's up to now, leave it down in the comment section below, whether it's playing football or playing football on the collegiate level. For this next part of the video, I'm going to be talking about other players that were on the team for this season of Coach Snoop that may have been featured slightly or may have not been featured really that much at all. Anthony Beavers Jr. ended up being a pretty highly touted recruit in the 2021 recruiting class. According to the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, he rated as a 4-star, number 228 player in the nation, the number 11 athlete, and the number 19 player in the state of California. He held a total of 24 offers from schools such as USC, Virginia Tech, Oregon, Arizona, and Arizona State, just to name a few, and he would end up choosing USC. Beavers would appear in 2 games as a true freshman in 2021, redshirting. As a redshirt freshman in this current 2022 season for USC, he's appeared in 13 games, where he has 11 total tackles and 1.5 tackles for loss. On to the next player, it is Dyson McCutchen. In the 21 class, he was a 3-star prospect, the number 480 player in the nation, the number 35 cornerback, and the number 38 player in the state of California. He held a total of 22 offers coming out of high school from schools such as Washington, Cal, Arizona, Boise State, and Michigan, just to name a few. He would end up choosing Washington. Dyson would end up redshirting his true freshman year at Washington in 2021 and would not appear in a single game. In this current 22 campaign, he's appeared in 5 games where he has 1 total tackle and 1 pass deflection. Some other notable players that were on this team during this season of Coach Snoop include Julian Dedman, Jonathan Flo, Elijah Davis, CJ Montez, and Asai Martinez. Overall, I really enjoyed watching this entire season, and I wish there was more of it. I would highly suggest checking it out. I thought it was a good series, and I wish they had more seasons with it, as I thought it was really interesting and fun to keep up with. Well guys, if you made it this far into the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe if you haven't already. Be Kelly out.